Magicians, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling rested by the week. Hope you're feeling ready for the next one. Welcome to another Make Your Magic session, a Sunday session. Basically, if you're new here or you don't understand yet, Sunday sessions are to give you the rundown of what we're going to be working on during the week, the meditations that we're going to be doing, the topic that we're going to be covering, and how we're going to break them down during the week. I'm about to explain all of that to you today. So let's get right into it. I've got my fire here. Please bless this session. Make it beautiful, make it informative, make it filled with value. Got my fire, you need at least one element all the time. I've got my cards here to give you the daily, or rather the weekly tarot forecast. Got my delicious coffee over here, because you need that. You need that. Got my laptop for my notes, and I've got my mic over here, so we're ready to get it popping. So, good people, this week we're doing something really powerful, I think. We're going to be dealing with shadow work. Now, you might have heard what shadow work is before from the internet or whatever. You might even have an idea of what it is. But the basic definition of what shadow work is, if you don't know or you want a refinery, is shadow work is basically the work that you do to increase your awareness of yourself, as well as to remove any blockages that you might have in your energy space via healing, talking, whatever the tool is, but basically removing the shadows caused by those walls and allowing in the light of awareness, the light of understanding, the light of abundance and joy, and all that good stuff that you want, the magic. You have to do your shadow work in order to allow that. It's basically the healing process. And we're going to work on the 5 tenets that are required to do your shadow work, namely awareness, acceptance, healing, gratitude, and love. These are the 5 things we're going to be working on during this week. When we go live tomorrow at 6 a.m. sharp, we're going to be talking about awareness, and we're going to do a meditation about that. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we talk about the rest, and we have a guided meditation that I link on Patreon that's going to be focused on particularly becoming more aware of yourself, accepting yourself, doing your shadow work within that meditation energetically. So make sure you catch that on Patreon, because it will not be on YouTube. But if you're new, you have an access to that for the entire week, so good for you. But basically, that's what we're going to be working on. Shadow work is so pivotal in life because it opens you up to more of yourself. That's what shadow work is, opening yourself up to more of yourself. Usually people think you're becoming a better version of yourself, and that is technically true, but really what shadow work is about uncovering your most authentic version. Think of it this way. Imagine you were a child living life out in the sun, right? You're playing. And then somebody comes in and hurts you for whatever reason. What you do as a child to protect yourself from getting hurt again is you build up a wall around it, like around yourself for that first level of hurt. And then we get hurt in many other ways by our parents, by our spouses, by our partners, by our friends, by life in general. We get hurt in many ways over our years. And for every hurt, we build up another wall and another wall. The problem with that is all of these walls block the light from coming in, the sunlight, and they cause a shadow over you or over your inner child. And the problem with being in the shadows is it's dark, it's cold, it's lonely, it's uncomfortable, it's numbing. So then those are the tenets those are the things that we start to feel when we don't do our shadow work and remove these walls when we're finally in a safe space, in order to feel the sun on our skin again, feel the abundance of life, feel the fullness of risk-taking, of being fully open to people, of living life to the fullest and to our most authentic self without fear of being judged, without fear of being hurt by somebody, without fear of being betrayed or anything along those lines. But there's work that's required to undo that. So shadow work is the process of undoing the pain and the hurt. Shadow work is the process of removing the root of the walls that you've built up so that you can feel the sun on your skin again. If that's something that you're interested in, then you are in the right place, magician. So, with that being said, that's the rundown of what we're going to be working on this week. Join us for the more details as well as tools and questions to ask yourself so that you uncover more of yourself, and tools in order to uncover, remove, and heal whatever emotions and whatever thought process exists that you learned from the past that you can no longer take with you in the rest of your life. With that being said, I'm going to read the weather forecast for the week, the tarot forecast. I'm just going to put my mic down while I pull out the cards very quickly. Watch the sound. Hopefully it's not too harsh in your ears, right? Give me a sec. All right. What can we expect for the week? It's already popping off. Okay. Can the people self-expect for the week? Okay, last card. Final card. There it is. Alright, let's see what we've got here. Get the mic again. Let's see what we've got here. Alright. So, okay. So, good people, we have the first one that popped right out was the Two of Pentacles. Hope you can see it. Two of Pentacles. If you can see it properly, the man in this image is juggling two different things. Two different situations, two different ideas, decisions to be made. Either he's going to keep juggling or he's going to drop one. So, what I'm getting that means for me is one thing, and then for the collective, it sounds like it means there'll be a lot of ideas coming in. There'll be a lot of ideas, newness, new things, things that want to catch your attention coming in this week. It can be people, situations, just something new, a new option, new options that are going to be available for you, right? Which is probably why we have this then, Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is basically talks about newness, new beginning, rebirth, new birth, new life. So it makes sense that that's what's going to be popping up. And then we've got the Knight of Swords here. Knight of Swords is talking about a speedy situation ending, or an ending of a speedy situation, or of a situation rather. The Knight of Swords is riding into battle to finish something off, right? So we have here juggling things. We have here new things coming along, and we have here ending old things, or finishing unfinished business. If you have any unfinished business that you need to attend to that. It's a good time this week to finally take that leap into whatever conversation or action that needs to be taken in order to finish that unfinished business. But the Two of Pentacles here says you'll be juggling the new things. And I'm assuming you're juggling the new with the old here. Something prior that was there that you needed to focus on versus something new that you want to focus on, but you still have the old thing that you want to hold on to. Either that, or you got two new things, or more than two new things. But the Knight of Swords is telling us here, if this is the first case where you've got an old thing and a new thing and you want to balance it out, don't. Finish the old thing and then step into the new thing. If you've got two new things that you want to go for, you can try to balance it out. I'm getting a calling to pull out this card. If it's the second situation, you've got two new things that you want to go for, what you should do is the Emperor. You need a level of stability if you want to have the capacity to handle more than one thing at a time. If you don't want to end that thing that you have to end, or that is there that you're juggling, you don't want to end that. You want to juggle both things that you have, or more than one thing at a time. You need a stabilizing force. You need something that's going to ground you. I have a grounding meditation that we can do. Just hit me up in the DMs. Or you need a routine. That's what makes you stable. That's what puts you in your emperor energy, when you have a routine that you are on top of. Emperor energy is basically saying, Dipete ndim umntu walapha. And the only way to really be firm and steadfast in your life is to understand all the moving parts and know when they move and why they move, and how to make them move or stop, and then let them move while watching. And like, it's systems. Create a system for yourself that's going to say, okay, this moves at this time, this moves at that time, this happens at this time, and make sure it's something that you feel on top of. Make sure it's something that's not overwhelming for you, because juggling more than one thing, with the Two of Pentacles here, juggling can get very, very stressful, and it can induce a lot of anxiety, and you might end up just dropping everything instead of choosing one. So be very, very careful if you're going to choose the next option and you're going to juggle. Be careful and make sure that you have systems that are easy for you, that won't burn you out over time, but can still get the job done. Other than that, you might find out later on that you can't handle them all at the same time. You're going to have to choose one. End one situation well and with grace and with respect, and then focus just on the new thing, the one that gives you the most value, the one that is more of a magic thing for you, one that gives you, because Ace of Wands is about magical energy. Ace of Wands is about, oh wow, I feel good. Now, you won't always feel good, especially in new things. New things feel good at first, then they start to dip. Once you get to that dip, you've chosen, so stick to it. If your second option is that, then make sure that you end and you finish off the old thing first very well and neatly, and then move into the new thing, and realize that you're going to get to a hard part of the new thing. So don't drop it then and wish that you had not dropped the other thing, because you made the right decision if that's what was calling you in the first place. So all in all, two things. Either you're going to be met with a couple of decisions that you need to make. Either you're going to drop something and take something new, or you're going to keep something and take something new. If you can't come up with a stabilizing routine or a stabilizing system or a stabilizing way of life, then you need to finish off the other thing, the older thing, or the thing that doesn't make you feel that great or that alive or that satisfied anymore. You need to finish that off with grace and with respect, so that you can focus on the new thing that you feel is the new thing to do, and then create a system around that still. Systems are very important, routines are very important, practices are very important. So get into it. Get into it. That's pretty much the reading for the week. So be sure to be cognizant during the week of what exactly is going on if you are seeing these things, so that you know exactly that, okay, that's that we spoke about. This is how I need to behave now, or this is the decision I need to make. But with that being said, magicians, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. where we meditate on awareness of the issues that you might have, awareness of things that you might not have been in the know of, that are blocking you from reaching your highest potential, your most authentic self. And throughout the week, I hope to be with you. I'll be speaking to you on WhatsApp for sure, when we're going to be discussing all these things. I'm going to be giving you notes. I'm going to be giving you questions and tools and all the things that you need for support. Hit me up as well if you need something extra. I'm very much glad to help you. I will see you in our meditation. So it is, and so it shall be. 333. Goodbye.